This is WAEC June 2019 General Mathematics Paper 2. We were answering question number 5. And the question reads 3 red balls, 5 green balls, and a number of blue balls are put together in a sack. If the probability of picking a red ball is given as 1/6, the question asks is to find question number A, the number of blue balls in the sack, and number B, the probability of picking a green ball. So let's attempt to answer this very question together. What we do first is to let X to be the number of blue balls in that very sack. So we are asked to find this X question A. So if X is the number of blue balls, which means total number of balls will now be equals to the 3 that were red plus the 5 that were green plus the X that were blue. So I'm going to add the 3, 5, and the X. And this addition 3 plus 5 gives answer 8. Then you have 8 plus X. So this will now be an expression that represents the total number of balls inside this sack. The probability of selecting red is given in the question was 1/6. So let's attempt to find that probability. So probability of red will now be equals to how many red are there is 3 over total balls, which is given by this expression 8 plus X. So let me just substitute. So I have 3, the number of red, over total number of balls 8 plus X. But the probability of red is given in the question 1/6. So substitute it, you now have 1/6 equals to 3 over 8 plus X. So you can now find X here by cross multiplying and collecting like terms. So cross multiplying 8 plus X times 1 and 6 times 3, you now have 8 plus X equals to 18. Collecting like terms, 8 shifted to the right becomes minus. So you now have X equals to 10, which means that the number of blue balls that are there inside this sack will now be 10. So question number E has been answered. So move to question number B. Question number B asks to find the probability of selecting a green ball. Probability of selecting green ball is now going to be number of green balls, which is given in the question as 5, divided by the total number of balls, which will now be given by the expression 8 plus X, but this X is now 10, so it's now going to be 8 plus 10, which gives answer 18. So probability of green is now going to be 5 over 18. And this fraction, you now check if you can simplify it further. Do so. If you cannot, then we stop here. So this is the probability of selecting a green ball from this very sack. And that answered all the 2 questions. So let me just share with you the mark distribution for this very question as it is contained in the marking scheme. So the very first mark is bonus 1 mark. And this bonus 1 mark, you have it when you now have correct expression for the total number of balls as 8 plus X. You have this bonus 1 mark. Next mark is substituting correctly. In your attempt to find the probability of selecting red ball, you have this M1 mark. Next mark is cross multiplied in attempt to find the value of X. When you cross multiply, you have this method 1 mark. And when you now collect like terms together in attempt to get X, you have this method 1 mark. And when you now have X exactly as the 10, you have this accuracy 1 mark. The next mark is bonus 1 mark. And this bonus 1 mark is for getting the total number of balls in the sack as 18. That is adding 8 and this 10 correctly. You have this 18 as the total number of balls. You have this bonus 1 mark. And substituted in attempt to find the probability of green ball, the number of green over total number of balls, you have this method 1 mark. And when you now have the probability as 5 over 18 correctly, you have this accuracy 1 mark. So in total, this question number 5, if everything is correct, you have 8 good marks.